this will allow United States to carry out, strikes, on the shore of Venezuela and in the land of Venezuela. Well, as a matter of fact, Maduro, he was indicted by a New York court as a narco conspirator, as a narco trafficker, and I think he will be prosecuted in New York. This is what I will think what happened to him. Regarding his wife, probably she will face another indictment. I don't know about that. But the focus now is on Maduro. And I think we are going to see soon where he's going to be indicted. And most likely, he's going to be indicted and prosecuted in New York. All right. So you're asking me who's going to be the next Venezuelan president? Is this a question? No. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, the system has not collapsed yet. And you have a few influential figures. You have, for example, the vice president, Delcy. You have the defense minister, which you showed on your TV. And you have the interior ministers. And of course, you have the justice minister. But I think the first three that I mentioned, I believe that one of them will most likely be the next president of Venezuela. Now, according to tradition, the vice president will become the president. So we'll see how the dynamics within the regime is going to take place. But I believe, from those four names, you are going to have one, and most likely the vice president. All right. Well, what happened today really happened in 1990, when the president of Panama, Noriega, surrendered to U.S. forces when he was in the embassy of the Vatican, and that followed the U.S. invasion of Panama. Now, there is certain similarities, but not identical. Mainly, we did not invade Venezuela as we did in Panama. What we had an operation. That operation was very successful. President Maduro and his wife was extradited to United States, and they are going to face justice in United States. So that's really what's happening. Regarding what's going to happen after, we are going to see, because you have a lot of dynamics. We haven't invaded Venezuela. We are going to see how the government of Venezuela is going to deal with that. We are going to see how the opposition is going to deal with that, the dynamics within Venezuela. So you have a lot of scenarios and you have a lot of variables today at play in Venezuela. So we are going to wait and see. Okay. All right. Okay. The regime, the strike and what was been happening in Venezuela has been defined as integral to the strategy of United States of fighting narco traffickers and narco countries. And the Maduro regime stands, front as someone who is responsible for the deaths of many American citizens on account of smuggling of opioid to United States. Approximately, over 200 people in United States from the age of 18 to 45 daily die from the use of opioids. So that's mainly the strategy, or that's the objective of United States. Now, of course, you might have other objective, and the other objective is for Venezuela to change its policy, really to change what it's doing, to act as a normal countries. This is, I think, that it's gonna follow, and we are going to see what the president is gonna decide about that. Also, I would like to add, and why I mentioned this, recently, in November, November 2025, United States issued its national security strategy. And in this strategy, we put a premium, we emphasize, on Latin America, mainly on the Western Hemisphere. So today, from the perspective of United States, Venezuela and other countries in our backyard, they are going to be very much kind of priority for United States foreign policy. Now, of course, if you are dealing with drugs, if you are hurting and harming the American citizens, that's according to our Constitution we have to do something about it. So yes, the target now is Maduro regime, but we are going to see what's going to happen next. All right. Well, the regime change has not happened yet. So we are, going ahead of ourselves. This did not happen yet. But mainly the Maduro regime has certain allies, and I would say certain political leaders. For example, in Colombia, in Nicaragua, some in Mexico. So, and again, if you hear their statement, they weren't happy with that. But also, for example, you have the Argentinian from Argentine. Mainly, they supported that. So the reaction from Latin America has been mixed. But from the position of United States, and let me tell you as an American citizen, the position of United States. From the position of United States, if you harm the American citizens, if you do things that is really bad for U.S. citizen or bad to U.S. national interest, United States is going to take action. So that doesn't mean United States is going to go and have a coup d'etat or seize power or invade Colombia or invade Nicaragua. No, that's mean, you have diplomacy and you have actions, as you have seen what happened in Venezuela.